I made my client $3,500 and it didn't involve the sale of his home. Hi, I'm Nicole Stanbra and welcome to Living in Palm Beaches. This is your local Jupiter Palm Beach YouTube channel that talks about all things real estate related, as well as different neighborhoods, places to go, things to do, and best food in town. A lot of my listings and clients in this area are often second homes, investment properties, or even properties that have been left in a trust, meaning that a family owns the property and has been using it and enjoying it over the years. So oftentimes what comes of that is that there's a lot of personal property, belongings, furniture, decor, just items in a lot of these properties that the current owners no longer want or use, and the buyers don't want it either. So many times my team and I have to help assist our homeowners, the sellers, to remove and declutter these properties either prior to going to market or prior to closing. This is where we come in and have lots of different local partnerships with vendors such as furniture companies, consignment companies, hauling companies, and just regular trash and junk companies. Just recently, one of my homeowners, their father passed away, so it was up to the two adult children to help sell and facilitate the sale of the property. But these daughters didn't live in Florida. In fact, one lived in New York and the other lived cross country in California. So they were super reliant upon my team and I to help them with the entire process and literally be their boots on the ground. This included not only coordinating moving companies to help remove all of the items prior to closing, but they had a lot of gems in this home. This is a property where they grew up with their family for many, many years. They've owned it for over 30 years. So they had a lot of personal belongings, a lot of furniture that was super valuable. In fact, a lot of antiques and artwork. So rather than just hauling it away with a junk company, we found a way to actually make them a couple of extra bucks. We coordinated with a local furniture company who actually refurbishes a lot of these antique style furniture that the modern buyer today simply doesn't want. However, with a fresh coat of paint and maybe some new fabric, these cushions and couches and chairs then are able to be sold to a new buyer. So as you can see in this specific property, there was a lot of wood furniture. And to be honest, a lot of this was super good quality. Like, they don't make it like this anymore. So it kind of falls into that antique style furniture, dark woods, mahogany, and there was also a lot of rattan furniture, which is actually making a comeback in the markets today. But for the current buyer, the modern buyer who is typically looking for white, bright, grays, neutral colors, some of this darker wood here in the Florida market is not really appealing. However, once put into the hands of these refurbishing companies, these furniture companies who were able to bring them back to life with maybe a fresh stain or a new coat of paint, or just simply changing out the fabric on a lot of these couches and chairs, they can then be resold actually for a pretty penny. So by bringing them in to provide an estimate and a quote on how much they would be willing to pay the homeowner for this furniture, we actually agreed upon $3,500 for furniture that they were honestly about to just donate or put out to the curb for trash. And just an extra way that we're able to provide service to our clients, not just in regards to the transaction and sale of the property itself, but also oftentimes acting as a furniture broker, and in this case, a company which was able to refurbish it and bring it back to life. A large part of our business is working with these trust type of transactions where it's families and adult children who are now responsible for handling the sale of a property and simply don't know what to do, aren't here locally, and don't even have the ability to come here in person themselves. So a lot of times we're working through virtually and remotely through video and FaceTime and Skype and any way to communicate, even with clients who are overseas. So we are just a way here to be your local resource for all things real estate, to take all of that extra legwork off of your plate. So consider us a one-stop shop, because when you work with my team and I, not only do we handle the real estate transaction, but all these little nuances that sure come up throughout the entire process. And sometimes you just don't have the time or energy to deal with it. So that's where we come into play. If you're in the market to buy or sell here in the Jupiter and Palm Beach area, be sure to give us a call. Otherwise, make sure you subscribe to Living in the Palm Beaches for all the latest and greatest things in the real estate world. And I'll see you in the next video.